Let me know when we're rolling. I can't see myself.
How's your boy doing, Aiden?
Who?
Sebastian.
He's doing really good, man. Talking is,
No way.
dude, nonstop. We're rolling. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the morning grind. Hey, my name is Hayden McKee. I'll be your host today. Usually it's GTT, Tommy Davidson. Hey, but we'll be filling in this week. Him and Brittany Renee are getting some well-deserved 30A time. So, hope y'all are having a great time. Thank you for tuning in today. Like, comment, and share. Hey, I might say something that'll change your life or somebody else's life. You just never know. So today we're going to be talking about, our topic is going to be, are your goals big enough? It's a good topic. I'm reading a book that sparked this idea. So, Noah, do you feel like your goals are big enough?
Yeah. Previously they weren't, but as I came over here to the GTT team, I had to bump those targets up and those goals up for sure.
Josh, how do you
What's
feel
up?
like your goals are, man? Do you have big enough goals?
They weren't, but now they are. They're getting there.
Okay. Kaylin,
They're getting there.
getting
Better
there?
every day.
Cool. Larima,
Working on them.
working on your goals. Van Grafton,
Yes, sir.
how do you feel like? Do you feel like your goals are big enough?
Not really. No, I could do better.
Yeah. Well, the book I'm reading, it talks about how the more we go through, the more life experiences we have, the more influence we have from, not to put anybody down, but average people, we have a limited mindset on a lot of things, but we limit our goals based on what other people's reality are, whether it's our parents, whether it's our uncle, whether it's our
Boss.
boss. Our goals are influenced by a lot of different things, and sometimes I believe that, we shortchange ourselves on our goals. We limit our goals, and then also in return in doing that, we limit the work it takes to reach those goals. So we short ourselves on both of them. We short ourselves on our goals, huh?
Why do we limit them?
Well, we limit them, Van, because we don't think they're possible. We set goals that we think are possible based on what other people have done.
Call me out.
For example, this morning, Josh said his goal was to be at what?
165 pounds.
160
By the
pounds.
end of 75 hours in 2 months.
By basically 2.5 months, Josh wants to be 160 pounds. He weighs
50.
89 pounds right now, soaking wet. So that's about what, 100 pounds?
Something like
80
that.
pounds?
Yeah.
Nah, he weighs about 140, 150. He's gained a little weight. But we already knew what the topic was going to be, and I asked him, if he could choose any weight he'd want to be at, what would it be? And what'd you say, Josh?
190.
190. Why is your goal 160 if you'd want to be 190?
Because I told myself it's almost physically impossible to be 190 within 2 months for me.
What
For
makes?
any human.
And he said it feels like it's physically impossible. Why do you feel like it's physically impossible? What makes that goal physically impossible? What do you feel like? Where did your thinking come from on
Me
that?
not wanting to try to.
Do you really think that is though? Because I think I feel like you have the
Yeah, I mean it's
the
about
dedication to try to do it.
20 pounds a month.
Yeah,
So it's like a pound a day.
but it's unreasonable, right?
It's extremely unreasonable.
That's right.
Those are the best goals to have.
That's right. And the book I'm reading is Grant Cardone, 10X. And it just talks about, 10X in everything you're doing. 10X in your goals. Like whatever your goal is, times that by 10. And then also times the effort, work, and persistence it's going to take to get to that goal by 10 also. So times everything by 10 that you do. And
Man, Josh would be a whale.
hell yeah, Josh would be them 1,000. Hey, Josh would be 1,000 pounds.
Big fat ass walking in.
What are you eating on today, Josh? He changed up his diet a little bit.
Nah, but yeah, I mean, I think we get lost in setting average goals. I know personally, growing up as a kid, man, I just dreamed about everything. If I played football, I knew it wasn't even a second thought in my head. I knew I was going to be in the NFL, or other things I did. I just had no fear, no limitations. And I'm totally neglecting everybody on here. I apologize. Everybody on here, thank you for getting on. Thomas C. Davidson, thank you for getting on here, GTT. Weatherman, Stephen Weathers, thank you for getting on. Like, comment, and share. Hey, I've just been on here rambling, so if you're on here and I missed you, I'm sorry.
Weatherman said, be honest, is my weight more important than 40 transactions? So pretty much, it's 40 pounds more important than 40 transactions. Weatherman, to answer that question, absolutely not.
What was it again?
What's more important than me, 40 pounds or 40 transactions?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got my mouth full. Sorry to be
Hey, he's eating. He's gaining that 20 pounds a month.
No, definitely Weatherman, 40 transactions without a doubt, if you can hear me.
Yeah. And then another thing it's saying in that, sorry everybody, good morning Steve. Good morning Stevie Z. Hey, but no man, and at the end of the day, the book was saying your goals should get you excited. You know, your goals should be something that make you want to work. Sometimes when we set goals that we think, might be realistic in a lot of people's minds, it doesn't even get us excited. So we end up not even trying to hit our goals because it's not even worth the effort, because it's not big enough, So I feel like to wrap everything up today, just think about how you were as a kid, how you had no fear. I know me and I had Sebastian over at my mom's house, and we were yesterday, and we were talking about how he just has no fear. He'll climb on a chair. Everything he wants to do, he'll just do. Whether it's go outside, he'll just try to go outside. And the older we get, the more limitations the more limitations that are put on our thinking and everything that we do. So, hey, are your goals big enough? And if they're not, 10x them, and then 10x all the actions and effort it requires to take them. Does anybody have any questions?
What's something that you've 10x'd in your life?
What are your goals?
Something that you just ramped up.
Let's talk about you.
Well, I say, this is gonna sound crazy, but before I got into this book and was reading this chapter that kind of sparked this idea, my goal was to make, what was it? $1 million a year income. That was one of my lifetime goals. And so now, since I'm in this book and I've read this chapter, my goal is to make $1 million a month income.
There you go.
Very unreasonable.
Very unreasonable.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. Personally, I have no idea in the world how I'm gonna get to the point to making $1 million a month. But the book also talks about, when you have no idea how to do something, you get creative. It makes you do more than, let's say, if I wanted to make $100,000 a month. I'm not gonna be as creative as I would to make that $100,000 if I would to make that $1 million, because that $1 million's unreasonable. $100,000 actually sounds pretty doable a month, but $1 million, you're like, oh, can't do that. That's too much, So that's just one example. Another example is, and I got this out of the book, I want to own 5,000 multifamily properties that return 12% positive income flow or positive return on investment.
That's a lot.
Passive income, yeah.
On that cash flow.
Yeah, so
5,000
apartment. So, for example, 5,000 apartment complexes. So that's one of my goals. That sounds crazy. So that's one goal.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a big goal right there.
Does anybody got any questions? Tom Gavin, what book is it? It's Grant Cardone's 10X. 10X. Thomas C. David Hayden has to 10X his commitments. That's right, GTT. Hey, Kaylin, you want to come close this show down? Weatherman said, come on up here, and we'll wrap this thing up together.
Maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Hey, Caitlin's gonna do the show.
Kaylin's ready. Is the show ready for Kaylin? Is the question.
That's the real question.
Does anybody else have any questions? I can only see a limited amount of comments, so if I didn't say anything to you, does anybody else see a comment on here
What? I got a question.
that I haven't seen? If you see, Van, do you see anybody on there that I haven't talked to?
No, you saw Tom Gavin on there. I think you mentioned everybody that I can see. Stevie
This
Z,
one says, Sebastian
Tommy.
says, good morning.
My boy says good morning. Good morning, Sebastian.
Tammy Burton.
Tammy Burton, thank you for getting on. That's my girl right there. Hey, we fight, we play basketball, we do it all, me and Tammy Burton. Drew, thanks for getting on, man. I miss you, man. What's your question, Josh?
You're talking about long-term goals.
Yeah.
Do you think short-term goals are just as important as long-term goals?
Yes, sir.
What are some of yours?
My short-term goal, and this is one of the goals I've 10x'd. Well, not necessarily 10x, but I've just put a a bigger goal on is I want to make $100,000 this year, and that's pretty unreasonable for me, you know, because I'm still learning, I'm still growing. This is still a period of, I feel like, my real estate career where I'm a baby in the game. So right now I'm just taking a lot of tips from the people around me. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to work on my commitments. So that's one thing. One of my short-term goals is, and I want to get me, Steven, and Shawan. We're kind of we're on a little team together, and my goal is to get them or us to 125 deals. I think they were right at around 100 last year, Van, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. So I just want to be, with my influence, I want to make sure that we definitely upscale and they don't do the same or go backwards with having my help. So that's another one of my short-term goals.
It's a good goal.
Kaylin, what are your Weatherman's on you today, Kaylin. He said, what are your goals for your first year here?
I really want to hit 20 transactions.
20 transactions. Do you feel like that's a doable goal?
It is.
Hey,
Is
don't
it-
think she said
Hey.
it
Your
is.
goal's big enough.
Hey, is it a big enough goal? Do you feel like that goal is realistic or unrealistic?
I think everything can be bigger.
Yeah.
Everybody's goals can be bigger.
Yeah. Well, I think my opinion is your goal should be unrealistic. It should get you excited, you know, and make you be creative, make you put more effort in. Because I believe you can get to 20 deals too. But what if you did exactly what you said, no matter what your goal was? And what if you said 40? You know, that's kind of what the book was talking about.
Let's do 40.
Let's do 40. Her new goal's 40. I like it. What about you, Larima? Do you have a goal or a target that you feel like is big?
I would say I would like to get on the field this year as well.
Yeah, in the game. She wants to get in the game.
It's a good goal.
Yeah. Larima's going to be good when she gets going. She's going to be real good. I said that from the very beginning. So, well, Van,
Yes, sir.
how long we been going? Has it been long enough, buddy? I'm ready to get off of here.
12 minutes.
Is it 15 minutes or what's normal time on here, GTT?
15 normally, but 12 or 13 is just fine.
I feel like today's about a 12 or 13 minute show.
I feel like you've been going on forever.
Man, it's felt like 45 minutes up here.
Headache over here.
Hey, well, everybody, if you're watching this, if you're watching it now or you're watching it later, thank you so much for getting on. Like, comment, and share. Hey, share it. Somebody might not even know they need to hear this today, but it might change their life. Everybody, have a great day.